At Goldthwait first. There's a drunk who called us up yesterday on the show, and I told her to come down.
Yeah, a woman
here.
who started drinking at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she doesn't work, and she just sits around her house, and so she's coming to visit us.
So we certainly have a full plate here on the show today, but here he is, blonde now. Wow. He dyes his hair, I believe.
Thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Bobcat.
No hair.
Bobcat, I like
Thanks for not bumping me for the drunk broad. That's great.
I like your Kill Seinfeld shirt.
Oh, this whole thing I've had it since '82.
Is that right? Hey, what did you do? Did you dye your hair blonde?
No, this is my real color.
Oh,
yeah,
it
you
is?
just
What,
have
you
got a
adult?
little
Yeah,
sun.
I dyed it blonde.
No, when did you? No, seriously. I like what you've done with your hair.
Is this for a roll or what?
I got this for Robin for her birthday.
What is that?
Well, her and Jackie don't talk here. You probably.
What is that?
It's just chocolates. Lighten up.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Beautiful
you,
chocolate.
Bobcat.
These are the ones I had in my office.
Oh,
No, they're not. They're the
Come on.
ones that the hotel gave me for
All right.
staying in their hotel.
Oh, I'll keep those. Anyway, Bobcat, I always remember your hair being much darker. I mean, it's...
What the hell is wrong with you? Are you that self-absorbed? Yeah, I dyed my hair. I cut my hair.
You dyed it,
So
though.
you've never been into that sort of thing. What are you doing dyeing your hair?
Yeah, what are you, a pussy?
Yes.
A woman?
Yes. Hey, Ralph liked it, okay? So just back off,
No,
man.
it looks really good. It
Ralph
does.
really liked it. That
makes
made
you
me
look
feel
younger,
happy.
don't you?
Yeah, you know what it was? Because Bobcat was going, obviously bald on top.
Yes.
And he was growing his hair long on the sides like every
Yeah,
guy.
I was clinging to some dream. I mean,
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
gonna
doing
do
that whole
I wasn't gonna do that.
ponytail thing.
There's
Yeah.
no, hats, and I wouldn't succumb and do the Kinnison flip over thing.
Right,
so,
right. Yeah, so
I just, and then
you know
I
what's
died
funny?
it. I was doing some gig in the middle of Oklahoma, and the guy who picked me up was a real redneck, so whatever. I
what's-
dyed my hair just to bum him out.
But you know what's funny about it? You look like you have more hair now than when you had long hair.
Yeah, that's fascinating. This is the same topic I was having with the drunk lady.
Yeah, I know. Anyway,
My grooming tips are really
Woody
big.
Harrelson thing.
he's like a young Woody Harrelson.
One box of chocolates and I'm Woody Harrelson. You mean
Anyway.
Woody Harrelson now with the bald head and natural born killers?
All right, Bobcat, we have a lot of ground to cover, and I do have to
Got a
get
lot of
the
work
drunk.
to do, yeah.
All right, here's the first
What do you
thing.
want to talk about?
First thing I have to do is lower your microphone. You're yelling.
Yeah, I
into
know.
the-
I'm distorting. Well, Mr. Professional.
Can everybody just take their voice level down one step?
It's
You
a thrill
start
to
to
be.
yell
Wait,
with
wait.
Bobcat.
Okay. It's a big honor and a thrill to be on a television show, being filmed on convenience store cameras.
Yeah. Shh.
Quick, Howard. Look in your monitor. Someone's stealing the Twinkies.
Ooh.
Caught on tape.
I like Bob when he mellows out a little.
Yeah, I do too. I think I'm more sexy.
And I also think his voice hurts after he gets done doing that.
Yeah, he
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
talk
It's a
like
whole
that in
scam.
the hall.
Because I've talked to Bob, off camera and off microphone, and he's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's
I know,
happening?
and you're like always screaming like a maniac.
Right, it's a complete reversal of roles. Anyway, Bobcat, first of all, we haven't
Hey, what was
spoken.
the deal with you on Letterman last night?
What'd you think?
Ah,
No good?
I thought you were good, but they have you on the show, and then you just talk and disappointed, and then when you do something weird, he gets upset. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I was going to tell you about. I am so.
do you realize Regis and Kathy Lee are looser than Letterman?
It's true. I do have
Yesterday
a
on Regis and Kathy Lee, I shot a fire extinguisher up.
Kathy Lee's dress.
Yeah, and she liked it.
and
was
she
cool.
dug it.
She rolled with it.
If you see, I started to do a strip on Letterman, and Letterman grabbed me and started yelling in my ear. He said, "Don't do this.
Yeah,
Don't
it was
do
really
this."
nice, really good body language. You could
Yeah.
see how tense he was. It was like when Leno
it
was
was a
slamming me
real
back in
moment.
the chair.
Yeah, it's very strange, and
It wasn't playing. He was for real.
He was for real. In fact, I first went over to her.
Another naked man's body would put Letterman through the roof.
Yeah, and I was
He
gonna.
would snap right there and then. Ah!
I tried to go over to this woman who was sitting there, and I tried to sit next to her. I was going to make out with her a little bit, and she was a heavy-set woman. It would have been very funny. So I go over to her, and Letterman starts. He literally grabbed me the first time. I went, "Don't do this! Don't do this! Don't do this!" and he's a very strong man because he was holding me.
Yeah, he's pretty cut.
He's pretty cut. I'm like, whoa, the guy's, and then all of a sudden he let go of me, and I started turning around, and then I made a mad dash for the woman again, and he grabbed me again.
Oh.
And it's a very controlled thing, and I say to myself now, why do I put myself through this?
Hey,
I
Fred left. We're not going to do one of those phony phone calls, are we?
No.
Okay.
I don't need. You brought up Letterman, so I'll go with you.
Yeah, I know, but whatever.
Well, I mean, they were very happy.
I have the
They held me
attention
on for 3 segments.
3 segments.
They bumped that guy
And they
all
wanted
that.
you to do something weird.
Yeah, and then I went over to do something weird, and they wouldn't let me do it.
I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, I think that's why Leno was more mad than anything. Was because he booked me on his show after I smashed up Arsenio. You know?
Are you allowed to talk about setting the set on fire?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I certainly. My lawyer's going, would you just shut up?
Have you been tried yet for this?
My own lawyer wouldn't let me go to my hearing because I was going to show up in a slip wearing a tiara. Oh, I'm the queen of Burbank.
Here's what happened. Bobcat goes on the Leno
The
show.
Burbank fire marshals are doing a great job.
I'm
though.
sure.
They're tremendous guys.
Yeah, I know. Bobcat's got to say stuff like that now. He's like ordered
This
by
is
the
his
court.
community
Well, I gave him
service.
No, I did. Oh, I got a lot of stuff to tell you.
Let me tell you how ridiculous
No.
this is.
So,
Bobcat goes
wait,
on the
wait.
Tonight Show. Let me set this up.
No, this is different.
All right.
I did the Montreal Comedy Festival, right? And so Kelsey Grammer cracks wise. They're taping a Showtime special. So he cracks wise about, me. Setting a Tonight Show on fire, whatever, yeah. And I go, yeah, right, and I get on stage, I go, hey, you don't see me, bringing up your Coke bus, whatever. I'll see you on the community service highway there, brother.
Yeah, right. What? He's so stable.
Kelsey freaks out. He freaks out.
Right. He can't handle that.
Oh, so I apologize. I go, hey, man, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings. He goes, thanks. That means a lot to me.
Right.
And then I go out and do another set, and then at the end of my set, I smash the set, because everyone's like, going, what's he going to do,
Right.
So I smash the set, and then I hear him muttering as he has to run back on stage, and he's mad at me again. So there was like about a 45-minute window where he didn't think I was a douchebag. Right. There's like 45 minutes for Kelsey.
For 45 minutes, you guys were getting along.
That Bobcat is a big man.
Well, Kelsey Grammer...
And he admitted,
When I saw that guy on TV...
I want community service. I would like to be out, like, cleaning the highway, Hey,
well,
look, I found
one of those
OJ's
little
knife.
sticks with a nail.
I just want to give back to the community.
Yeah, what if Bobcat found OJ's knife while he was doing community service?
Look, OJ's knife right here.
He'd pick it up and ruin the fingerprint.
Here's the point.
I would not.
Bobcat went on the Tonight Show, and I think he did something very funny. I don't say every guest should come out and light the set on fire.
It's been done now. You can't do it.
But in theory, it sounds like a good idea. He came out and he lit his chair on fire, and it really wasn't out of control.
It means a lot. You coming to my defense.
Yeah.
That'll really help a lot in court.
People are backing off now.
Bobcat, what's next for you? Will you stab Jerry on the Tonight Show, or are you going to just calm down with all of this?
What other crimes will you commit?
You know what I was going to do?
Do you have to commit murder next on the Tonight Show?
I was going to puke on the show yesterday, and I got that Epicat.
Yeah.
The stuff that induces
Syrup of
vomit.
Epicat.
And it's like total booze. I mean, I just, it was too
You were going
strong.
to puke on Regis and Kathy Lee?
Yeah, well, not on them, but on the show.
You should have puked on them.
Well, I was thinking about that, too. But,
Can you imagine if
one
you
of the few
puked?
shows that'll have me back. I know, that was the germ of the idea.
Oh, that's
but
great.
I wanted to hit both of them, so it wouldn't be sexist.
Oh, it would have been great if he puked on Regis and Kathy Lee. Like,
you want
Bobcat.
to know the game plan? I was going to put it in my coffee mug and then get the conversation going about Cody.
Right.
And take a big hit.
That would have been great.
Yeah, it would have, but then it was like pure booze. I didn't want to get liquored up.
You hate Kathy Lee and Regis, right?
No,
but you need them.
But you need them.
I need them for what?
But they're disgusting.
To plug my boat shows?
But aren't they disgusting? Aren't they everything that you're sick of in show business? I mean, that insipid little talking back and forth about nothing.
And how do they treat you?
They're fine. Well, whatever, But
so what happened? You came with a fire extinguisher and you shot it up her dress?
I'm telling you, that show was really cool. They go, wouldn't it be funny if you came out with a fire extinguisher? They knew what would happen if you give, we gave the baby a gun. What?
Right.
So, they knew what was going to happen. They were really cool. The show rolled with it.
But Kathy Lee, you would love to have sex with, right? Like I would. Because in some way, that's the girl you can never get. And you know what I mean?
Really?
Wouldn't no way? You're not attracted to
I'm
her.
more in the Ricky Lake lane there.
Really?
Yeah, I think Ricky Lake's a babe.
Really? I don't know if I buy that. I don't buy that for a minute.
Another show he's trying to get on. I don't know why he wants to.
You know what? You are pretty weird. You are weird.
Anyway, man.
So Bobcat.
Do you really want to know what happened?
With what? Jay Leno?
Yeah.
All right.
Leno never had me on. He never had me on, right? I known the guy for 10 years. He's known my act for 10 years, whatever.
So you're hostile.
So one day, everybody's sick in Hollywood. They go through the Rolodex. They go by Monty Rock. He's sick.
Monty Rock the third.
Everybody's sick.
Everyone's
in show
out,
business.
right?
It was one of those last-minute bookings.
Harris, they're all, So they call me up, and they go, come on the show. And I go, I would love to come on the show. And I'm filling in for someone who's sick. And then they call back and they go, well, don't make your noises.
Don't make your noises?
Don't make my noise.
You mean when you go,
well, whatever. You know what they wanted me to come on? They're going to go, hey, how you doing, Jay? It's really good to be here. I've got a new project in the works, right?
Don't make your noises.
So I'm busting the talent coordinator guy's balls. I'm going, hey, I go, what do you mean my noises? And he's like going, well, I'm trying to get him to do it. And he's like going, well, don't go. So this guy's doing me to me. One of the times I wish that I learned how to, tape the phone calls.
Right. Oh, that would have been a good one.
I had my manager screaming at me the other day. Because, never mind.
The guy says to you, don't make your noises.
There, but so in Texas.
Wait a second. Just think about that. This guy's whole thing is that he makes noises. If either you like Bobcat or you don't.
Yeah, who do you want on the show?
So
change for the show.
So I come on the show. And I come running out. I'm like going, hey, how you doing, Jay? Thanks for having me on the show. I mean, full-on psycho, right? And on the tape, when I watched it, I could see Leno's ass tighten up right on the
Right, it's like,
Yeah, and I go, Jay, man, your guy told me not to make my noises. What was that about? He's like, geez, Bobby, I don't know. What is that about?
Hey, Jay, what is that about?
What is that about?
Well, we ask you not to do your noises. I've seen your act. I just want to see if I can get to a real person.
He goes, right. I go, my noises, Jay. I go, did he think I was the black guy from Police Academy?
Yeah. So, okay, you went out.
So I do exactly what they did, and they were in love with me. They sending me pizzas and stuff. They think I'm a hero. And I'm going, okay, cool. So then they booked me after I smashed up Arsenio set.
Right.
Jay's in the dressing room, want to hear all the gory details. One of the women that work on the show come to me. She goes, "Don't smash up too much stuff." And,
right.
You know, the door shuts. I go, "Oh, I'm not going to smash up anything."
So in other words,
I'm gonna set it on fire.
Right. They liked that you smashed things. That was now acceptable.
To hear all the details.
In fact, they would have been happy if you came on and smashed Jay's set.
Right.
Now.
Like your act now is smashing
like
things.
like a Gallagher.
Right. Yeah. Now you're going to take it around the country and smash different sets.
I'm going to go see that guy who smashes things.
Smashing good.
Isn't that Bobcat? I bet she's going to come on and smash up Jay's set.
Oh, I'm still trying to get smashed it. Yeah.
Right. So you want to do something dangerous. It was dangerous to go on Arsenio and smash the set, but now...
It wasn't even dangerous. It's just like, I'm so bored.
Right.
You know, to me, the fun part is like, it's more just watching what happens after. That's interesting.
Getting a real reaction.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
something
I think my real crime is supplying 5 minutes of spontaneity on the Tonight Show. I think that's really the big crime.
Right.
So I set the chair on fire.
They want you to be unpredictable, but not that way. Be unpredictable another way.
Tell us what you're going to do, though.
Yeah, tell us what you're going to do, but be unpredictable.
The coolest part was, Leno snapping, man. I mean, you know when they shake your hand at the end of the show, he's like going, "What the? I'll clean it up." But he's going, "What the frick is wrong with you?"
Oh, wait a second.
That was cleaning it up.
Not the F word.
I said frick.
Oh, what the frick? Oh, okay.
What the frick is wrong with you?
Okay.
Oh, whatever. You're just paranoid.
I had to hit. I'm going through my own battle.
I know. Aren't we all?
What? So
he's screaming at me, and in my heart, I'm like going, "Hey, Jay, I'm really sorry." But then I'm like going, "This is so cool, Jay. Just keep saying F."
Well, you know what's weird? When I went on the Tonight...
TV's Jay Leno. I know. Using the F word. It was so cool.
When I went on Letterman, and Letterman...
By the way, I'm not banned from the show.
Oh, you're not?
That's what he says.
When I was in the...
Have you been back?
Yeah, we'll see. When I was on the Letterman show, and Letterman turned to me one time and said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" During the commercials. It freaks you out because I was doing farting jokes or something. I talk about fart.
Well, it does make you question, well, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, and then he goes, "What is wrong with you?" And how about the time he started yelling at me during the commercials about talking about his girlfriend on the radio?
And you weren't talking about her at that moment. You were doing something else.
He laid a whole trip on me. He goes, "What's wrong with you? You ruined her day." And I was just like, "Whoa."
Well, but then so he's like, there's 450 people here. What would you do? There's 450 people, and most of them were there to see Clint Black. So, worst case scenario, we lose 450 Clint Black fans.
But the point was,
that's a good start in my book.
Not a loss. So the point is, you lit the
North
chair.
America goes right up in the IQ level.
You lit the chair on fire. They put it out in 2 seconds.
Lauren Hutton put it out with a cup of water.
Yeah, a cup of water. I mean, it really was funny. I saw the clip of it.
If a model can take care of the fire,
yeah, I mean,
it's not a big
supermodel. I'm a supermodel.
That's why she's a supermodel.
Yeah, she puts out fire. Yeah,
fights crime and fires on the weekends.
I put out water with a cup. I mean, I put out fire with a cup of water. Great. Okay. Anyway, so you go on there and you think you killed, right? And then Jay is like,
no. Everyone, I was the turd in the punch bowl trying to get out of the place. Oh, they all didn't know me.
What were you thinking? Were you like, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have done this"?
No, but I just kind of angry that everyone hated me so bad.
But you didn't think there were going to be repercussions.
Really out because I ran off my chair.
Did you think you bombed, or did you think this is like the greatest thing I've ever done?
No, I don't think that. I just, whatever. If you want to know the truth, my ass was sore. It was when I slipped on the ground.
Oh, did you really? Why? Because Jay threw you?
No, I got up and that's
the water.
Jay hurt my neck.
Yeah, Jay, you're gonna sue Jay.
There was water on the set because you started a fire.
You tripped. No, because Jay missed the fire and hit the floor, and I slipped.
And then you slipped on the floor.
Oh my God, my whole neck. It's a pain. It starts here, shoots all the way down.
Is that really true though? You fell down?
Yeah.
Right in front of everyone.
It was so embarrassing. It was so like anarchy with whatever.
Yeah.
My lawyer's going, "Where were you going?" And I go, "I don't know. I was going to maybe start another fire." What? You were getting a fire extinguisher. Oh, yeah.
Right.
See, that's the kind of thing my lawyer tells me not to say.
All right. So anyway.
For a while there, he goes, "Don't talk about it anymore. You're just making it worse."
But now you went to trial, right?
No, I haven't been dismissed.
So you mean you're still...
I still face possibly a year in jail. OJ may go free, and I may go...
Yeah, that's right. You better hire a team of lawyers.
I know. I got to call Shapiro.
Where's Shapiro when you need him?
So I'm
this was such an obvious stunt. I mean, if you want to make an example of it, say, "Gee, you shouldn't start a fire." He started a little tiny fire on a chair. It went right out.
Well, you shouldn't start fires.
Oh, please. In show business, you do what you have to do to get a laugh. The guy's struggling.
You set the chair on fire.
Yeah. And you know what? You didn't think it was any big deal. You knew they were going to be able to put it out.
Well, never mind. I can't talk about it.
What was the funniest part?
No, I can't.
No, talk about it.
No, really, it's too incriminating.
Oh, come on. Incriminate yourself.
Come on.
So you can do a year. You'll be a hero in the comedy community.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on.
You can go on the
Big deal.
tour or whatever.
What happened?
No, the thing that... No, I'm really not going to do it.
Tell me.
As soon as the charges are dropped...
Doing time makes you more popular these days.
You'll be the first person I tell.
Look at Bobcat.
Trying
to be responsible.
I made things so much worse. This whole thing would have been gone if I didn't open up my stupid Keiko. I was performing in L.A. because I wasn't talking about it, but I had a puppet that was talking about it.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm trying to sing the nice song.
Give him the Gary puppet.
No,
Wait, let me talk to the puppet. Hold on a second. Yeah, give him the Gary puppet.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
Put him on his lap.
It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna your dream.
Give me that puppet. Get him on your lap.
Yeah, okay. No.
Bob, let me talk to your puppet there.
He's throwing the Gary and Ed around.
Oh.
No, man, I'm sorry. So
let me put him down on the floor. That's not right.
We feel very close to that puppet.
Stinky,
all right.
Stinky the hand puppet's going, hey, let's talk about Jay. And I'm going, Stinky, I'm trying to do a nice show for these people.
Anyway, Bobcat, let me take a break.
I go, Jay should get a puppet because he doesn't have Helen Kushnick now to blame things on.
Right. So now he can blame the puppet. So
Jay's really mad because it's the first time on fire in the Tonight Show been in the same sentence since Johnny left.
But Bobcat, tell the truth.
But I'm not banned from the show.
Yeah, sure.
He's gonna have me back.
Do you think he'll have you back?
Me, I'm with the judge.
Do you think he'll have you back? No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
And Letterman, you're never on.
No, I was watching the Blue Man Group, and oh, never mind. It was the biggest fire hazard I've ever saw in my life. They had like 400
toilet
tons
paper.
of
I was
toilet
on
paper.
that show.
Some psycho with a Bic lighter, that's probably what I was watching, some psycho with a Bic lighter could have burned them all down. That's a bigger fire hazard.
That's true.
So anyway, Lauren Hutton's nowhere to be found.
Right. All I know is that it was a funny bit.
Do you want to know the truth? I had the whole thing
It made people
out.
talk. Isn't that the reason you have people on your show?
I can't help but think that somewhere Jay is happy about it.
Well, he released the footage to the news.
Right.
Because there's appropriate humor and there's inappropriate humor. Yeah, appropriate humor is the stuff that you have on every night.
That you don't
Inappropriate
release
is the stuff
to the
you
news,
release to the
right.
news.
Inappropriate is the stuff that you can't wait to have happen.
Right.
All right, Bobcat, let me take a break because obviously you're a little hyper. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll hear about the rest of your exciting news. First
There's
of all,
other stuff, man.
there is other stuff. Bobcat is.
I want to know about the
There's the whole
Seinfeld
Rolade
war.
incident.
We're going to hear
I
about.
don't know war with Seinfeld. I just,
You're just sick of him.
No, I just had a shirt where I kill Seinfeld. It keeps my conversations with yuppies on airplanes down to a minimum. You know who's funny? I go, that shirt? And I go, oh, okay.
Well, you're a little jealous of Seinfeld or something, or no? But you're not jealous. You don't want that kind of career where you have a successful television show for a half-hour a week, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Bob will be on the Montreal International Comedy Festival.
It's not going to change anything.
You'll be on the Larry Sanders Show on HBO August 24th.
Yeah,
Gary
great
Shandling
time
likes you.
doing that.
That's a great show.
See, there's a talk show you can go on.
I asked Letterman that during the commercial. I said, "You like the Larry Sanders Show?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
Whatever.
Yeah, you make an effort to talk.
You know, I know, the uncomfortable small talk with Dave.
Yeah, it's really weird with the music playing real loud and you try to have small talk, but all right, you do your best.
Okay, what are we doing? You're plugging me?
Yeah, and you just finished the movie. Radio.
I got a movie with the drunk lady coming out.
All right, let me take a break.
Yeah, just take a break. We can get to that.
All right, good. Oh, good. A guy who doesn't want to plug. I love it.
Well, it's not like it's a live gig, you know?
Good, okay,
Who did I
fine.
see the other day? Are you directing a movie?
No, we tried that already.
Hey, easy.
Okay. You had a clown movie.
That's right. I
All right,
forgot.
it's enough directing.
All of you know that's never mind.
That's a classic. I know.
It is.
Sure,
It's a cult, underground.
Underground, very underground. All right, listen to me. Don't you light my chair on fire. All right, we're going to take a break.
I'd let your chair
I
on
know.
fire.
I'm waiting for something. Bobcat Goldthwait is
Came on
here.
and talked.
We're going to take a break, and then we'll
Bob doesn't like me. He just came on and talked.
we'll talk to Bob some more. Let me just say that Bobcat is here. Bobcat most recently setting fire to the Tonight Show set, which caused a lot of fun and a lot of different things going on. A lot of problems as well. Bobcat also.
There's something that I wanted to talk about that I remember saying put an asterisk there. You remember?
Hey, you know what Bob doesn't like to talk about? Seriously,
What?
I heard you. I was reading some interview with you, and you won't talk about the death of Kurt Cobain.
I'll talk about it.
You do?
But I mean, I just don't.
You don't do any jokes about that?
Well, no, I just.
Work that into the act.
Evidently, Bobcat went on
Didn't you
tour with
open?
Nirvana. I remember that when you were on tour with Nirvana.
Yeah, well, they were whatever. Kurt and Kurt was a friend of mine. But
Oh, hey, he's gonna cry.
He's all
No, I'm not.
gay.
You gonna
He can't
cry?
handle
no,
it.
I'm not. I just.
Come on, cry. Gotta be cool. Then you can
So
write
you
it.
know Courtney Love?
I know Kurt. I just.
You know what? He acts like he knows him a lot better than he does, though. I
Yeah,
think.
like he was a personal
that's
friend.
true.
I think. Did you get to go to the funeral?
What?
Did you get to go to the funeral?
I was in Australia.
So you didn't go?
I'm not
So
going to
you weren't
exploit my
that
relationship
close.
with those
Oh,
guys.
that's an excellent opportunity to network.
You weren't that close if you didn't come back from Australia.
Yeah, right. I have never gone to a cool funeral.
Oh.
Coolest funeral I ever went to was my grandfather.
How come you didn't go to Kinnison?
It was like Texas, and it seemed like it was a family thing. And then
He would have gone to the memorial service, but
Yeah.
it was in Los Angeles.
It was in Los Angeles.
You're willing to pick his bones clean in a movie deal.
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna,
what are you
what does that
saying?
mean? Why would you say such a
But
thing?
you won't put him in the dirt.
Why are you saying that? That's insane. What a terrible
his
thing to
bones?
say.
I'm going to make the movie.
I'm trying to make the movie, and I'm trying to make a good movie that shows him in a positive light.
Did I offend you? I really didn't mean to.
Yeah, that really offended me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm really broken. I'm going to cry.
I've always been a big fan of your irreverent brand of humor.
Right.
No, I just didn't understand what you meant by
Howard, I'm just trying to put
It's
the
Bobcat all upset because he made a clown movie. And it didn't work out, and now when I'm going to be making movies,
He picked the bones of Bozo.
He picked the bones of Bozo and every clown that ever worked. But I can't make a tribute to my friend Sam Kinison.
No, I'm sure it'll be a big success.
That's right. You and Sam didn't get along.
You put it on a Shakes.
He
double
hated, but
What
Bobcat hated
was that horse
Sam.
movie he did?
Yeah, it'll do better than the horse movie. Let's put Hot to Trot.
Probably will. They'll
Listen,
put it on a bill with Fart Man.
Bobcat is just jealous because
Oh, a
he
lot of
didn't like
bitterness,
Sam
yes,
Kinison.
yes.
I'm jealous.
You didn't like Sam Kinison.
I'm not dead. What are you?
Come on, you didn't like Sam Kinison.
He's so nuts.
You did. Yeah, you're jealous
You
that Sam is
completely
dead.
snapped. I'm
You're
jealous of this.
You are, because you have to now put energy into your act. Sam doesn't have to do that anymore.
Sam's
You're jealous of
resting.
it. Sam's resting, and he's living on his. He's resting on his laurels. So what happened? So were you really? Close
What are you talking about?
You weren't really close to Kurt Cobain. You went on tour with the guys.
Did you actually hang out with
You didn't
Kurt?
get to hang out with Kurt.
No, I never met Kurt.
I know you met Kurt.
I met Kurt 5 years ago.
But I mean, you weren't the type of guy who got to hang out at the house and everything, right? You were just an acquaintance.
Kurt and I hung out.
Yeah, you hung out. Like you got to go to dinner and stuff
What, you
together.
No, like
Do drugs together? What?
No, we
What'd
would-
you do?
Did you ever shoot
I don't
heroin
wanna get
together?
into this.
Hey, cool. Did you ever shoot heroin together?
forget it. I'm not gonna talk about it.
You see, I told you he can't talk about it. What did I tell
can't
you?
believe
He can't
you.
talk about it.
Well, I just see a lot of morons like exploiting his
But
body
not me.
and
I
stuff.
might be a moron, but I'm not exploiting his body.
No, it's just like, like you see magazines that, I know he hated. Yeah, and I see like Steven Tyler was like going, this really hurts me. And I'm like going, Steve, and it makes me really sad. It's like, well, you know what? Don't be too hurt and too sad because he thought you were hilarious.
But you don't
He
think...
thought you were the biggest joke ever. I was
Really?
there,
Now, why,
yeah.
though? But why if Steven Tyler, who had a drug problem, was upset about Kurt Cobain? You mean only you
Because
have a
Kurt-
right to be upset because you knew him?
Because Kurt didn't give a rat's ass about Steven Tyler. He thought he was a joke. He thought
Yeah,
he was hilarious.
but Steven
still
Tyler
can't
can still
feel for him?
feel bad.
Yeah, he can, but it's more
Well, I
like...
mean, I think that's a sensitive
But
thing.
you know how the media
Better than
goes.
Ted Nugent, who came out and goes, Kurt Cobain.
I'm glad he's
blah, blah, blah."
dead or something.
I felt bad for Kurt Cobain. I didn't know him, but I really appreciated his music and thought he was
He
a great
probably
talent.
thought you were a joke too.
Yeah, he probably hated me. By the way, I bought Kurt's life story. I'll be bringing it to the screen.
I'm sure, yeah.
Hey, screw him.
Rake over his bones.
Yeah, I need some
too.
money, all right?
Pick his bones clean, too?
You're damn right I am, Bobcat. And I'm going to pick your bones clean as soon as you
Don't
drop
try
dead.
that.
Guy.
You got a good
Yeah,
story in you.
Do I?
You sure do. It's only good after you're dead,
After
though.
I drop dead.
No, but seriously, you got to hang with those guys. How close were you to Kurt Cobain? Were you an advisor?
Well, like you would admit that?
He looks really upset, though. You can't
Yeah,
bring
you
it up with him. I
can't
heard that
talk
you.
about this.
I heard that you can't talk about it.
It's not I can't talk about it. I don't want to.
How well did you know the guy? Did you get to go over there?
I'm not going to exploit this relationship.
Really? You think that's exploitation if someone asks you about it?
Because he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, but why shouldn't we remember him?
Because, to be honest with you,
Wouldn't you like him to be remembered for who he really was instead of all these
No, because-
pretenders coming out and talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, Bobcat.
No,
it?
but
People who really didn't know him?
But like the whole Ted Nugent thing, it was like, what was Ted saying? That he was a loser and drugs.
He was
Yeah.
glad he showed
It's
kids
like,
what a loser deal that
well,
was.
Whatever,
Well, everyone has a comment, but the thing
Ted
is...
Nugent's why he took drugs. And on top of it, he didn't die from
All right,
drugs.
so you know what?
He died because he was a manic depressive.
Right. If you won't talk about him, I'll ask Steven Tyler about him.
Yeah, his close
All
personal
right.
friend.
Kurt
he's
Cobain didn't die from drugs.
No, yes, he did.
No, he
No, he
didn't.
didn't.
Yes,
he died
did.
because...
Manic depression never killed anybody.
Yes, it has.
He died from a gun. He didn't die from
Right, he
drugs.
shot
He
himself.
had a lot of drugs in his system to give him the impetus to put that gun to his head.
Oh, Bobcat, you want to pick up the ball on this?
No.
So will you console his wife? Have you been over there?
Did you kiss her as a
Do
joke?
you get to console her? Do you get to do any
talk
cool
about
stuff?
any of
That you're not going with any of this. You won't
You're
even
dreaming.
talk. Why am I dreaming?
You're dreaming.
Why am I dreaming? You
Look at
talk
me.
about anything.
I will talk about anything. I don't want to explain that.
Wow. But is that exploitation of... Seriously, I want to know.
It's fine. I
you
didn't
know how
know
we
the
were
guy.
talking
I didn't
about...
know the guy. I met him a couple times. And
Is that true? No, you're lying now. You knew him well. You
It's
called him
hard
a friend.
to tell.
You liked him. You stayed over his house. You partied with him.
Party. Yeah, that was Kurt. Let's party. Put a lampshade on his head and danced around.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, you hung out with the guy. I don't know. I just find that...
Well, what was it like hanging out with the guy? Tell us.
Yeah, did you get to
Really
do cool
sweet
stuff?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got along really
What
well.
did you do? Like, what did you guys do for fun?
Sit around and criticize the entire industry
Did you really?
and world. Yeah.
Is that what it was? Like,
Yeah.
you were like really negative, and as long as you're negative, you're part of the club.
Exactly. Well, no, it wasn't that. That's just, to be honest, I said, he didn't seem that depressed to me. And someone goes, that's because you're the only person more depressed than him.
Yeah, that's why you got along
That's my
so well.
manager said that. And he said, and I go, and he said, no, to be honest, when you were around, that was, one of the times I would see him really happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should have been around
I mean, I
a
used to
little more.
bust his job saying
Right.
that I was, Scatter the chimp. Elvis had a chimp scatter.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so you were the chimp who sat around and entertained Nirvana.
That's what I said to Kurt. I said, I was scatter, Come on, bring in Kurt.
Well, anyway, obviously Bobcat won't give us the dirt.
No.
Oh, won't even tell us how cool the funeral was.
He'll talk about it in a few years, though.
Yeah, he'll talk about it in a few years. In a few years, he'll talk about it.
When he can't burn couches and
when he runs out of
anymore.
When he starts putting fire extinguishers up.
I've got so much you can talk about.
What is it?
I'm not.
What else you got to talk about?
Jeez, I don't know.
That's interesting to me. Your relationship with Kurt Cobain.
I don't know. I was at the.
Where were
we
you?
don't know much else about.
I was at the Capitol building Thursday with Al Gore. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Why do you get to meet Al Gore and I don't? Like, why can't I?
I don't know. I thought it was so surreal too. Like, I'm on this podium next to the guy, and they asked me to get out of the shot though, because I'm like,
because you were ruining the picture opportunity.
Because I'm making goofy faces behind him and stuff. I go. Yeah, I'm just as surprised I made it through security too. I never felt more like Forrest Gump.
And why did you meet Al Gore? What were you doing there?
Because the healthcare initiative, Comic Relief, had me down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're still involved with it.
When are you
going to dump that whole organization? Comic Relief. Oh, that's right. You're into that with Whoopi.
And
that little cabal.
Billy.
You're in with those guys. Yeah, Bobcat's got a lot of cool friends.
What was that?
I burped. Like what? You shark?
I didn't know where it came from.
Hey, come on, huh?
I didn't mean to offend you.
Anyway, Bobcat, listen.
Every day's the 4th of July with Howard, man. He's blowing Bell Beefers into the mic.
Bobcat.
And I burp, and I send the whole show in a tizzy.
What do you think of Whoopi marrying another white guy? Is she getting married?
She's now talking about this Ted Danson thing and saying Ted really broke her heart and they're not even friends anymore.
Really? Did you ever get to hang with Ted Danson and Whoopi?
No, I was at the roast. That's about it.
Oh, you were at that? That's right. I remember that. That was fun.
That's right, yeah.
But you're not hanging with Whoopi anymore, huh?
I don't want to hang with much people.
And stop belching.
This is a real lull, man.
All right, okay, I'll wrap up that.
No, I heard you guys yammering about I didn't get arrested for stealing Rolaids in Sioux City.
Oh, yeah, right.
First of all.
Well, what happened with that?
I got detained by the authorities. There's a big difference.
You're getting in a lot of trouble lately.
A
lot of stupid trouble.
Do you have one of those kleptomaniac things going for you?
That wasn't stupid. You would have done the same thing.
What happened? You stole some Rolaids?
I didn't steal Rolaids. I'm not above stealing Rolaids. I just didn't.
What happened?
This time.
And why are you taking Rolaids?
I'm really a dangerous bad boy living on the edge.
Well, what are you doing?
Tummy ache.
No, what are you doing? What happened? You were in a store.
I forgot my money, so I put the Rolaids back, and this wingnut woman who's security guard thought I pocketed the Rolaids.
You didn't have enough money for Rolaids.
I forgot my money.
So you put the Rolaids back.
Yeah, so I'm walking out of the door, and she stops me, and she goes, this is really, whatever, word for word. She goes, I need to search your pants pockets. And I said, not without dinner and drinks. So, suddenly I'm like, whatever.
The fugitive.
No, like I'm Henny Goldthwait, not without dinner and drinks,
I see. And then she realized who you were.
No, she didn't realize who I was. And she goes, I saw you steal a pack of Rolaids. And I go, what are you, a frickin' wingnut?
Right.
And then she said, don't be verbally abusive. And I said, well, apparently you're not familiar with my act because I have yet to even start to become verbally abusive.
Yeah, right. That's outrageous that you would do that.
So then, whatever, we were kind of screaming at each other, and then they called the real cops in. I'm in Sioux City. So what she thought was Rolaids was I had a Sharpie magic marker in my pocket, and I'm taunting her going, ooh, look at the tasty Rolaids. Ooh, I go, hey, policewoman, pepper, is this a big bust for you? Hurry up. Someone's stealing a grape out of produce. You might want to get on that.
Bobcat really living on the edge with those Rolaids.
I tell you, taking on all the security guards.
So when they finally got into your pocket, when they finally got into your pocket, they called the police and
so the real cops searched me.
And when they pulled out the pen, she goes, the Rolaids are in there.
And now she has to apologize because I could put Sioux City back into Sioux City at this point.
Right. You could put the Sioux back in Sioux City.
Yeah, and so she's sitting there looking at me and she goes, I'm sorry, and totally not meaning it. I was just doing my job.
Yeah.
And I said, and that would be being a runt. I cleaned that up. And then the cops go.
Right.
Yeah, I dropped the runt bomb. Even the cops were freaking out. Hey, don't be verbally abusive. I kept hearing verbally abusive out of me. So the cop goes, we can take you in right now. I go, why don't you? I'd love to meet Otis and the rest of the gang here in Mayberry. That would be great.
Yeah.
So
poor Bobcat, man. Really getting the bad breaks of the law. He's dealing with fire marshals and Rolaids stealing.
Fire marshal's a good guy. He's got an important message.
Yeah.
I shot a PSA they didn't accept. I have to do another one.
Why do you have to do another one?
I don't know. One thing they're talking about is me performing in burn units. I think that's the last thing you should subject young children with serious burns to.
I mean, as part of your
Look, kids, we got Flamo the Clown coming.
As part
These
of your
are the kind of negotiations.
As part of your public service.
No, I haven't been sentenced yet. We're trying to deal this out of court.
You're trying to make a deal. And you're saying, hey, I'll perform some public service, and part of that would be you go to burn units, the guy who set fire to a couch, go to a burn unit.
There'll be kids yanking tubes out of themselves to get away from me.
There'll be kids with 40, 50% of their bodies have been burnt up, and you will be performing in front of them.
They see me from the news, yeah.
And then the other thing they want you to do is public service announcement. So you went out and
hopefully.
All right, you made a public service announcement at no cost to anyone. You went and did it yourself, right?
No, the good folks at Later with Greg Kinnear will help me out.
Oh, you made a public service announcement that will actually go on TV. And what happened? It was rejected?
Yeah. So
why?
I don't know.
Probably because of what you said.
I was straight as a heart attack, man.
What does it say?
There was no irony or sarcasm in my voice.
What did you say? Could you repeat what you said?
I don't even remember, but it certainly knocked a wacky character out of me.
It did.
I was going, hi, I'm Bob Goldthwait.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure, brother. Man,
isn't it funny? Anything that this Kinnear touches is rejected.
I like Greg Kinnear. I think he's a funny guy.
Oh, he's a scream.
Oh,
he's doing great. He looks like a guy who's really come up the hard way.
You're just mad that they didn't give you the show.
Oh, yeah. I want to be on at 1:30 in the morning. My career will go really well at that point.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. Come on, let's get a grip on reality.
They throw me a bone, man.
Okay,
Why
here
are
we
you
go.
getting so mad at me?
Hey,
sorry, I don't mean to bring up bones again.
All right, here we go.
Picking Sam Kinnison's dead body's bones
Bobcat, I want to thank you for coming on.
Is there going to be a scene of you eating his body?
Yes.
And then you're
son of a bitch.
And you'll be crapping profits.
May you only
money will be coming out of your ass.
Well, you know something. You're right. You're not a capitalist. Those movies you do don't make a dime. That's clown
true.
movie.
They're pure
I like my
art.
clown movie.
That clown movie was awful. How do you like that?
Howard,
Did you even see it?
pure
Yes.
art.
You did not.
Of course I
watched
did.
it. Of
I
course
watched.
he
I
did.
tried to watch it.
You did not.
It was
watch
no good.
What happens in the beginning?
What happens in the beginning? You think I remember? I saw it 2 or 3 years ago. It was not your best effort.
Look it, a kid.
You are a funny man. You were great in Police
A kid
Academy.
pisses on my head. That's the opening
No,
scene.
no.
And you don't remember?
No, hold it a second. Nah, you're getting upset, aren't you?
No, you didn't see it.
Suddenly the wheels are
You didn't
turning
see
here.
it.
Robin, did I see it?
He watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing.
Really?
Oh, now he's upset.
Just because he can't remember every scene, Bobcat.
I don't know. I didn't. Whatever. If you don't like the movie, that's cool.
Oh.
I like my movie. I think it's a good movie. What?
You see, you made it get ugly. You had to bring up Sam Kinison. You made it get ugly. We were doing great. You had to get ugly with it.
I ruined your show.
No, you didn't ruin it.
No, you didn't ruin it.
I made
You
it
just
ugly.
caused bad blood.
Yeah, but it's not good when we
I
get along.
had to sit and make fun of your clown movie.
Yeah, that was it.
Dee Snider has a better movie career than you right now. There you go.
What's D doing?
Yeah, he's writing movies, actually. He is. He wrote a really good one. It's going to get made, too.
I'm sure it will.
He's actually a good screenwriter. Listen, you can't say anything positive around this guy.
No, because you're picking everybody's bones.
Listen, as far as Sam Kinison goes, if you do a tribute to somebody's life,
Yeah,
and
is that
he's-
I'm
picking
sure it'll
his
be a wonderful
bones?
film.
and let me tell you something. Well, coming from a great director like yourself, I
Well,
appreciate
unfortunately, you can't do the part.
that. Right. Yeah, you can't play Sam
I'll start
Kinison.
eating.
Bobcat, you were great in Police Academy. Of course, you left that because you felt it wasn't right for you. I always felt you were great in those movies. I think you do have a movie career.
This is boring. This is the same stuff we always talk
No,
about.
no. Listen, I don't want to get into this.
Good.
I want.
You
like,
gotta
you
get,
don't want
you
to
gotta
talk
get to
about
the drunk lady.
Let's talk to Kurt Cobain. All right. Bobcat Goldthwait is with us, and I want to thank Bob for coming in.
Okay, yeah, thanks for having me on. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad we can recreate some of this magic.
Wow.
It always ends up bad.
I know. Somehow you always end up fighting. Or
Say something nice about me, and I'll say something nice about you. How's that?
You sure got a pretty smile.
All right, thank you. All right, Bobcat, seriously,
Howard, you know I'm a fan of yours.
I know. Well, I feel the same way. Why the angst?
The
I don't know.
hostility.
Why the
What do you want me to
hostility?
do? Talk about jerking up in a sock?
Okay, go ahead. I'm up
That's
for that.
what you do. Whatever
That's what you
floats
do.
your
Do
boat.
it. All right, listen,
What the
Bobcat.
hell is wrong with John, by the way?
Bobcat, I know.
I've never looked at my laundry and went, hubba, hubba.
Bobcat,
Introduce me to the trousers.
John came in during the commercial, Stuttering John, and Bobcat looked at him and just like, oh, hi, man. You know, like, who would want to talk to a guy after he admits that he was doing that
John
into his
sees
sock?
nothing wrong with it.
He's like, going, hey, I'll get you coffee. I'm going, oh, skip the creamer there.
Yeah, right. John brought Bob his coffee. Anyway,
You
Bobcat,
gotta wonder.
Recording star.
congratulations on all these. The HBO, The Larry Sanders Show, August 24th, and also movie Radioland Murders with Mary Stuart Masterson, who's a piece of ass. Is that the blonde?
No, she's the one from,
Brian Benben's in that movie.
you know, that girl you really like.
She's a blonde. Mary
Short
Stuart.
hair, though.
Yeah, isn't she like, she's in all those kid movies?
Right.
Oh, she's a knockout. Did you get her?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible for a man to ask another guy.
Well, the odds of me, I was pulling a train with the whole cast. You know me.
He is quite the sex
Sexo
symbol.
Goldthwait.
Yeah.
He is
No, you're
quite
faithful
the
to your
sex
wife, right?
symbol.
Yeah.
Goldthwait's been with his wife a long time.
Long time.
How long?
What is wrong?
What?
Huh?
Nothing's wrong, man. You're paranoid. I just said you've been with your wife a long time. You ever cheat on her?
No. We've been married 8 years.
Is that right? You got kids? Yeah, you got kids.
You didn't know your wife a long time when you married her.
No, I didn't. I asked her to marry me 2 weeks after I met her.
Yeah.
Does your wife watch Seinfeld?
No, we don't really get to watch much TV.
I can see he doesn't let his wife watch TV. I think it's a whole politically correct thing. There's a politically correct.
Yeah, she knows what
environment
to watch.
that there's no TV. No, there's just.
Is there a TV in your house?
There's just usually too much bedlam going on.
Really?
Yeah, there's too much chaos. Just go, ooh, Seinfeld's on. Let's stop having fun and watch other people have fun.
Bobcat, thanks for coming by.
Now, Seinfeld was supposed to be mad about this shirt.
Right, that's what I kept. Seinfeld doesn't like you anymore.
But that's not true, because it was in the Inquirer. And, if I
yeah,
then I have to believe that he's out, like, nailing teenage girls and meeting them in the park. And I don't believe that.
Don't even worry about it. You don't like comedians who get famous and then start nailing, like, 17 or 18-year-olds, right? That's just something that goes against your grain.
I think the thing that drives me nuts about Seinfeld is the idea that, like, he's giving, him and Jay do this, where they give, like, lectures on the correct comedy.
Yeah. I know.
That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah, that bugs me nuts, too.
The whole thing of, like, if you swear, you're being lazy.
Yeah.
So he can do a whole show on masturbation, and if I mention it on stage, I'm lazy?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
People go, the show's really funny. Give him some credit. Watch the masturbation episode. Well, with him as the leading man, isn't every episode pretty masturbatory?
All right. Anyway, listen, Bobcat.
Yeah.
Yes, I do love you. And I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Bobcat Goldthwait, everyone.
Let it go, man.